right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Get him! He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Ready?
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 23 yards the pickup there. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
Like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jones. Open man here is Foster. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Jones. And And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 49 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mariota. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
2 all day, dog.
Hey, Delta.
2
Down.
Throwing Jones. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Let's go.
1st down. Here's a run with Peterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Tackle. Jim.
That's a jet sweep. They get it to Foster. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
2. Pick me up. Here we go.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Touchdown, defense. Slide. Bravo. 951.
1st down, Mariota. Flushed out right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field. And
that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception here, Mariota. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. On 3rd down, Mariota. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Complete. Smith has it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On first down, Peterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Go! Ready?
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Adrian Peterson, his 21st touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Come on.
Breida, he'll try the right side. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action. Mariota, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Check. Watch 54. Three.
Play fake. Mariota. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey. Let's go, Mike.
They'll run with Peterson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
At the 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Second and 13. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they missed.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Alabama, Mack Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Switch.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. This is Breida. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Peterson as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
10-2 stop. 61. Match box right.
From the 38, Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Well, Brad. And he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
6-yard attempt.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They run again with Breida. Big hold to the 30, and all the way up to the 31-yard line. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, here's Breida. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the shotgun, it's Mariota being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used it here in the 4th. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mariota. They still can't get it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Break. 80 weapons. Hey, Haywood.
I got you, son. He's checking. Crash.
Get ready.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And his throw is incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
It's caught. Smith. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. Breaks the tackle now with Alley. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Next to score, Dolphins 24, Colts 12.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, wahoo! Hustle, hustle.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Now a desperation throw. And this is taken in at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now Jones. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Gostkowski for the point after. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They run with Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. on third down, a run from Breida. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Dolphins, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.